Alright, today I want to talk a little bit about light and what light does to video. I actually put this camera in this position so that you can see that, I have a lot of light behind me. A lot of times when you're out filming a boat or something like that, you'll be in a situation where there's a lot of light behind you, and because you're interested in filming a certain thing, you just continue to go through and capture all this bad film because of this light that's behind you, but you just dredge through it anyways. So what I'm going to try to get you to do is maybe even think a little bit about what's going on ahead of time. So if you're in a situation where you're going to walk into a room or a cabin that has a lot of light in that room coming out of a certain area, many times as you're walking into that area, you can maybe make a comment about the floor and work your way through and say, well, this has got a nice floor, and the owner's done certain things. And as you get into that room, instead of putting yourself in this position, let me grab the camera and I'll show you, you can shift over once you're inside of the room, shift the camera literally like I did here. I just changed that camera over to the right literally by 2 feet, and it changed the entire light inside of this space. Or if I were in a room, it would have changed the light inside of this space. So like I said, if you're walking into a cabin, and this is just a trick of doing video, as opposed to walking straight down a hallway and you've got all this light in the background, as you're doing that, sometimes it's a good time to go to the floor and say, yeah, take a look at the floor here. It really looks good. The owner's done some different things. Or you may say, oh yeah, look at this roof. There's no mold or mildew. And when you get in the room, as opposed to being straight looking at that light, you just make a little shift once you get into that room and get over to a corner and then start filming around. Because these digital cameras, a lot of times they're trying to make these adjustments all the time. Some cameras do them faster than others. If you have a cheaper camera, they're not designed to make all these light transitions quickly. So, again, you walk down the hallway through this boat, maybe do the floor, talk about what's on the walls, the ceiling. Once you get inside that room, direct yourself around that light source and then into position and start filming the room. And then when you want to go past that light source, again, might be a good time to talk about the things on the ceiling or the side and then start filming the other side of that room. But avoid the light if you can, especially if you're in a dark cabin and you have a lot of contrast. So that's one thing that you can do. We talked about in the last video about how to hold that camera as you're going through, so I want you to remember that. And the absolute best thing you can do with video is just go ahead and make the videos. The best lessons you'll learn is just by doing it. So